Hi everyone, today I'm going to be going over the VMLC survey for spring 2017. This will be a video that will show you both how to access the survey, and then I'll also go over some of the questions that you might have in administering the survey to students. So the student laptops look a lot less cluttered than this, but you'll, to find the survey, you will find Internet Explorer, the blue E, and double click on it. And this is going to be the home page for all the computers, and so this is what you'll see. And here is the survey link right here, so you don't have to click on anything other than this link right here, and it will take you directly to the survey. Alright, so here's how we get started. A staff member at VMLC will introduce you to the class that you'll be surveying, and so you will also have a roster that will have all of this information on it. So any question with a star by it is required, and if it doesn't have a star, then it's not required, but we'd still like for you to answer it if you're able. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So VMLC ID number, I'm just going to put in a number. My first name is Beth. I'm a female. So when you're done, you push next. If you need to scroll down, you'll see on this page you can't see next right now. You come over to the sidebar, click and drag it down, and that will show you how to do next. So what campus, when do they come to class, all of these questions you should be able to answer without the student. Okay, push next. Alright, so in there will be a green survey folder that you'll get. And in that folder there will be a calendar, and so you can kind of point to September 2016 to kind of get your point across. We're trying to capture things that have happened in the school year. So if, for example, this question is asking about classes outside of VMLC, if they took classes 2 years ago, that they would not answer yes on this question, because we only want to know about classes that they took this school year. There's also several of these. If it's a square, you can check more than one, and I'll have it in the description. So you could say yes GD, yes ESL, yes parenting. If it's a circle, like down here, since last December have you received any certification in college credit, then it's only one. You can only pick one. Okay? And if they do choose another, please make sure that you type what it is in the box, if you can get it, if you can get the name of it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do next. So this is a required question. Did you learn more about using computers or improve computer skills at VMLC? If it's a lower level student, I'll often ask, do you like using the computers? That will be my kind of lead-in question, just to get them thinking about computers and technology. This question might be harder for lower level students, so you don't have to ask it, or if they don't understand, that's totally fine. And this is another question where you can choose more than one. Okay, I'm just going to choose one. In the past year, have you done any of the following? You can choose more than one. So this, you can just read the answers and then move on. We don't really want to dig into our student citizenship status or make them feel like we are digging. So if they don't understand this question, you can just skip it and move on. If they are interested in citizenship, they will likely be able to answer this question. And so we have been offering citizenship classes at VMLC. All of these things. So just read the answer choices, and if they say yes, great, then check it, and if they say no or they don't understand, just move on. So this question, do you work? If it's more than 30 hours a week, then they're going to be full-time. If it's less than 30 hours a week, then it's part-time. If they work temporarily, or it's seasonal but they're not working right now, then you can choose no, and then there's a box under the students who aren't working, there's a box where you can explain their situation. The other thing that you need to know is that based on their answers for these questions, it will skip to different pages. So if they work, then it's going to go to a page that's going to ask them about their job. If they don't work, then it's going to go to a page that's going to ask them about searching for a job. So if you might have different questions for different students just depending on their answers. So I'm going to go ahead and say yes, they work full time. Okay, so what kind of job do you have? Just an industry. If it's too hard or they don't understand, it's fine. Where do you work? So this is where we're going to try to capture the name of the company where they're working. We have been tracking this information all year, and so we would like to know if they're still working at the same place. Okay, so you could say we want the name of the company if possible, Walmart. And then when did you start working there? So I started working there in April of 2015. Okay, and so Walmart would be retail in a store. All right, how many hours do you work every week? If it is different every week, you can type varies. Get the answer as best you can. If they give you a range, you can type the range, 35 to 40 hours. How much do you get paid per hour? Minimum wage. And then, so again, this is a since September question. Have you gotten a better shift or a better location? What we're trying to gauge here is sometimes promotions or job improvement is not monetary or based on the hours. Sometimes it's that you get to work during the day instead of at night, or that you got at a location closer to your home. And so we're trying to capture whether their job improved in those ways. And then if there's anything weird, anything that the student says that you're like, I don't know where to put this, here's the box for it. And you can type as much as you want in this box, and so then we can come back in and read and kind of help you interpret the information later. So if the student works 2 jobs, or if the student, I don't know. There's probably a lot of situations that don't fit exactly in these questions. So type any information that you can get in this box right here on question 19. So if you go next, so it's going to go back to children. I'm going to go back for a second, and let's pretend like I say I'm not working. Okay, so those questions that we just did were the working questions. So now I'm not working. So these are the only questions for not working. So since September 2016, have you done any of the following? You can choose more than one. So these are, we're just trying to gauge whether they are looking for a job, whether they're in the workforce and they want to be working. It's totally fine if they're not, and so most people will probably click I have not looked for a job. And then if they are seasonal, or they got laid off or something like that, then this is where you would put all of that information and just get what you can out of them, and then we'll be able to go back later and kind of interpret the information as we need it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I have not looked for a job. All right, so again, this question will take you to different pages depending on your answer. So if you have children, then it's going to take you to a different set of questions. If you don't have children, it'll skip those questions. We want to know if the student has children under the age of 18 living with them in their home. It can include grandchildren, nieces and nephews, any of those. They do have to be living in the home with the student in the United States. We have a lot of students who have children in Mexico and such. We just want to know about the kids who are here. So I'm going to go ahead and click yes. All right, so the first question is how many children live with you? So, and this is just the number of children in these ages. So if someone says I have an 11-year-old and an 8th grader, then you would do that. And so you're just putting the number of children in each of these categories in the home. Have you participated in any of the following activities? Simple yes or no questions. If they don't know, it's totally fine. You can skip it. There might be something else that they mentioned that they've done with parenting. At home, how often do you? This is on a matrix, so sometimes, never, or always, sometimes, or never. read with your child in any language. Again, these questions are good if you can get them, and if the student doesn't understand, that's totally okay. And really, if you can just get one yes, if you look at these, I think a parent, have you met with the teacher, your child's teacher? That's an easy one to get. So if you can get one yes, that will help us out. Again, these are yes or no questions, so if the student is really struggling with their English and you're having a hard time communicating, just find something that you think they might be able to understand. Clinics, free or low-cost health services or health fairs, free clinics, low-cost clinics, did they go to the library, yes or no. Did taking classes at VMLC make you feel more confident? So we're hoping that you will be able to capture a yes here. Of course, we want them to feel good that they're learning English, that they're doing something for themselves to improve their lives. And this last question, we use these quotes. These are very important. We use these quotes in grants and on our promotional materials. And so when you are talking to the student about how English has helped them, we want you to be typing in this box kind of first person quotes. So if the student says, I am able to talk to my boss at work more, and I feel more comfortable going up to the school and talking with my children's teachers, then you would type all of that in first person. I like, don't say she likes talking to her boss, say I like talking to my boss more. And again, lower level students may or may not be able to answer this question. So when you're done, you're going to click done, and then it's going to loop you back to the beginning. So now we're ready to do another one. And you can send the student that you just surveyed back into the class, and then the teacher should send another one out to you. And if you ever have any questions or concerns or something's not going right, please grab a staff member so that we can help you and we can make sure that all of the data we're getting is good.